What is going on, guys? Get right into it. Just give me a second to make sure everything starts up properly. It's usually why I have the other screen there. Yeah, everything looks to be working just fine. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Alrighty. Let's get right into some Battlegrounds. I'm going to try and push for some Naga comps. We haven't really messed with Naga. Sorry, I'm definitely doing a protein bar thing here. Ended up being a longer day. Laundry. Annoying things. Real life. I'm going to try and do some Naga pushing today and see if we can't get some wins. Learn some strategies. Haven't really messed with the Naga a ton since they came out. So I think like some of the tavern spells. I want to try a tavern spell Naga comp and see if we can make that work. In first game, we actually have Naga. Usually the second we try and go for something, it's not in the game. Let's go Zyrella. King Lysol.
7 fresh opponents.
Alrighty. Bear with me, I'm gonna be a little quiet while I eat my protein bar.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the recruiter trainee
All the difference.
and the pirate. Gets us ahead gold-wise. Next turn we'll have 6 gold. Could potentially buy a tavern spell, go up a tier, and make a minion 2/2 and take it.
I think you can win this thing. Your minions really pulled their weight.
Said 6 gold. We got a fortify. Let's go up a tier. What do we have? We'll just take the undead. I'm gonna save the spell for now. Why not? Keep him alive a little longer.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Well, at least we got rid of both of his secrets. I actually don't really want to go for the Lava Lurker. I think pushing tiers actually is going to be better overall. Dozy Whelp is still ramping up. Damage cap is now 10. But my thought is get to probably, yeah, at least tier 3, 4. I don't even know what all the Naga are right now. Let's take a quick look-see and see kind of what we're thinking for Naga. Sweet. Tie the round. I wouldn't mind having a semblance of an idea of what they actually do in this game. There's the Shifting Tide tier 4 Naga. Tranquil Meditative to buff the tavern spells with a spellcraft. That is a tier 4 as well. Weary Mage is lame. Yeah, Fire Skill Hoarder is a Naga as well. Let's go Celsi. I'm gonna grab a Recruit a Trainee. Not the worst ever. And we'll grab the Nerubian. Why not? Just kind of fill up the field. Hopefully we get a couple good generic options. I don't really want to play too... we have 3 different types, so... What else is in here? So, dragons are also in here. So we can do the Dragon Demon to buff our tavern spells at tier 5. It is also a very viable option. Six damage. 31. We are still at that magical 31 as long as we don't lose any rounds from here on out.
Oh, it's okay. We all hit some bumps now and then.
4 gold for each minion removed. I'm gonna say absolutely on the sacrificial altar. 29 gold. We'll go up a tier. We'll go up a tier. We are at tier 5 now. We have access to the Cyclist, the Fire Scale Hoarder. We also have access to the Darkcrest Strategist. So hopefully we can get some useful stuff. That's 2 cost. We're just going to get rid of it. Gain a gold. Alright. It's 1 minion we can rock out for Spellcrafts. Glow Scale. Also good. Let's see. I really want one of those strategists. No strategist, but we got a Bran. I'm gonna grab that Bran Bronzebeard and we're gonna throw Divine Shield there. It's not amazing, but did let us get right to tier 5. We have tier 3, 4, 3, 3, us at 5, 4, 4, and 4. So we get 2 spellcrafts here. And we're tier 5, so we have access to some pretty good spellcrafts as well. Including the one to give our spells extra stats. Alright, 10 damage. Alright, let's get some good stuff. I'm gonna grab the Lava Lurker this time. Just to get the extra minion. Thinking, let's do that. Should have grabbed him with See the Light. We'll grab the Warden, extra gold. Double end of round effects. We absolutely want that. And let's give Divine Shield here and Taunt so that we can slap some stats on there. Yeah. It's not amazing, but it's a start for sure. Honestly, Reborn on him would not have been bad just to get extra spellcrafts, but 10 damage is the cap for this. Really need to get some stuff to buff our tavern spells up though. If that is the strategy we're going for, we need to get it into play quickly. So we're gonna go with the Fauna Whisper, the tier 6, and we need Drukhari for that because it'll double cast the spells on all of our Naga. The only downside is everyone's kind of ramped up quite a bit more than us. Zakir, how are you doing? But they have to survive this round, so we'll see what happens. Could do Hunter of Gatherers just to get some stats on all of our minions. It's probably not a bad idea. No, hey, you can't say it's lost yet. You never know. We are going against the guy in first right now, but let's get one more refresh in here. Shifting Tide to
a good tactical choice. You're down a minion and up a goal. It's not the end.
Sweet dreams.
oh, you know what? Sorry. Let's do Shilly Cyclist, Permanent Divine Shield, buff him up, and we give him Divine Shield as well.
Go ahead and hire one of these
Ah, damn.
recruits.
Alright, didn't get the Tavern spell. Whew. Is what it is. Not super concerned. Hey, we're forcing Naga. Nobody said that they're good. And I didn't really want to go with the Lava Lurker build. I really want to try to see if a Tavern spell build works. Sacrificial Altar wasn't terrible, but we didn't really get any Naga early on either, so we didn't get a single Zesty Shaker in the Tavern, which honestly is kind of huge early on. Didn't get the Zesty Shaker, didn't get the Thaumaturgist, didn't even get a Shell Collector to gain the extra gold and get the Naga on the field. So pretty much tier 2 Naga was kind of just not there on that one. Again, not a big deal. It happens. Definitely not perfect. That's what these tests are for. Hey, I fail so you guys know what not to do, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Definitely not afraid to push for strategies that are out of the norm. Other than watching a miserable loss, how are you guys doing today? Yeah, that was kind of the thing, is it was like the one trinket in that really kind of did work. Okay, well, we're not going for Naga, obviously. But kind of gives us free reign to go for whatever. What do you guys want to see? Dragons, Murlocs, Pirates, Coolbore, Undead. And hopefully I can see the message before it changes. I don't like Vandar. He's lame. I always see end of turn, give friendly minions, blah, blah, blah. And think that would be really cool. It give a friendly minion to, you know what? I have an idea. And I want to try it. Double end of round effects. We got dragons. And the Hunter of Gatherers is back in. If Cthulhu didn't have a ton of armor, I wouldn't try it. But he's got a bunch of armor, so why not? We literally almost have as much health as Patchwork, and his whole passive is that.
Commander is back. Ready to get started?
Yeah, let's go with the Buster. Does this upgrade 2 times as much? So, upgrades each turn. It's kind of like, the Scout. So Scout upgrades each turn. Upgrades at the end of the turn. You can double the effectiveness of the upgrade with double end of round effects. So does Drakari Enchanter double Saturday Cthulhu's growth as well? I'm gonna say probably does. All right.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
That's what I'm saying. Upgrades each turn is affected by at the end of the turn. Give it a shot sometime. You'll see it works. Because if you have a Drakari and you do have a Scout on the field. I know if you have Scout, at least, it doubles how fast, we're going to see it in action just to make sure. Unless I don't get a Drakari Enchanter, which may definitely happen too.
You're doing great out there. Welcome back. How's it going out there?
I don't really want to refresh that away. Eh, why not? Alright, another free dealing gambler and another careful investment. Next turn, we will have 6, 7, 8 gold to work with, so. Maybe we'll do Upgrade Tavern. I don't know. Yeah, Upgrade Tavern, careful investment, and we can do the first Cthulhu's.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
I didn't even kind of think we were going to win against him. Too many minions. Damage cap still 5 though.
I've got some fresh
Could end up with a pirate game here. It's not what I'm going for. But it wouldn't be bad either. Oh, I didn't even realize that it was random. It says give a friendly minion. I honestly thought it was targeted. Goes to show you how much I use Cthulhu. I just kind of see his ability and I'm like, meh. He's pretty meh. Those Dormu's tier 3 as well. They do have the free refresh. A tie, a win, and then a loss for 5 damage against Alexstrasza. We beat Alexstrasza the previous round, so maybe Nose Dormu doesn't have much of anything going on here. We tie the round. Definitely good with that. Bunch of Reborn.
The battle is really raging out there.
let's do... We're going to end up with pirates here if we don't do something different. But we can go tier 4 anyway. Use the Saturday Cthulhu's one more time. Still kind of buffing things up. And we can use the free dealing gambler to gain gold whenever. Give me just a late game gold spike. I want to double this as fast as possible. However, since it's not targeted, it's less effective with hunter-gatherers than I was hoping for, but...
How do I attract all these minions?
Dead, how are you doing?
Funnel cakes.
Oh my gosh, if we got the greater trinket for the portable, and we were able to get just like a field of hunter-gatherers, just spam, I don't even know. Yeah, we could do tavern spells still. Maybe like blood gems? Find a way to generate some blood gems quickly. Sweet, tied it up.
Rough battle. Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
First time a friendly minion dies each combat, give its maximum stats to a friendly minion. We could pair the Alliance keychain with a Terragosa. That's not a bad idea.
That's what I
Let's do that. Alliance keychain, Terragosa. Let's do... I'll do the banana... Maybe. Let's do banana on Terragosa. We'll use the Cthulhu's one more time. Refresh. Persistent Poet. If I were to get like a dragon, a poet, and I mean Terragosa will buff itself, but let's say dragon, poet, dragon, and Terragosa, no matter what dies first, it will buff everything else unless it's one of the poets, but they have divine shield, so it's less likely. I'm gonna freeze that poet in the tavern. We're gonna try that out. I'm gonna try and get a second poet. If we can just use the Alliance keychain to just keep growing all our minions, that'd be freaking awesome.
keep up the momentum, friend.
We're just kind of hoping that Terragosa is the target of whatever dies first. Come on, Terragosa. Yeah, look at that. Already at 26-18. Whatever it gains for stats in combat stays. Take 10 damage here. Still above 31. We're gonna wait going to tier 5 for a couple turns here. Persistent Poet, Defender, and Amber Guardian as well. Good with that. Let's go with the Amber Guardian. Throw the Poet. Guess I'm just gonna keep the Poet between them anyway. Poet's the only... The Poet's a bad target. It's also, like, not a bad target. Let's do that. Sell that off. We'll do a set of the Cthulhu's.
Go ahead
And see what we get.
these recruits.
This is guaranteed to give our Terragosa the Divine Shield. So now it'll have permanent Divine Shield. Busker. Might give it to Amber Guardian. Again, these two aren't great targets, but this one will be fine because it'll be a permanent buff.
doing great out there.
Would it be beneficial to just have like 2 Terragos just like passing their stats back and forth to each other? If we can get another one with Divine Shield on it? Ah, the one minion we didn't want it on. That is why we need 2 poets. But we do win the round.
You're good at this.
Let's go. Let's go up a tier. Do the Cthuns. Seven times. 2-1, 7 times. So I'm gonna reverse those 2. I don't really want the Amber Guardian to die before the Busker. That would be kind of crappy too. This guy's still tier 2. Tier 2 with pirates. Is that a thing? Is tier 2 pirates actually a thing? Or is he just like real behind? I guess we're gonna find out, right? I guess you could go with like the gold. He did have he had tripled for the golden one there, right? So we could just have all the gold pirates, just a bunch of tier 2s with like the divine shields. One of them had that, right? Was it Stitches? Yeah, I think Stitches did have that. We're gonna find out. And hopefully Busker gives us a nice fancy buff and it doesn't go on the poet. That's nice. Exact kill on that. And our Amber Guardian has a nice buff already. And doesn't matter because it's gonna die to this. Freaking poison, man. Get you every time.
The battle is really raging out there.
Murlocs or dragons? Well, Bran is Murloc and dragons, rather. Double battle cries. I don't know if that's necessarily what I want. I almost think I want the tier 7s. Let's go with tier 7s. King Varian, right off the bat, we get 2 tier 6 options. Ignition Specialist is awesome. And we'll go with the Caligos too. Now we really need double end of round effects. Double end of round effects, please.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Let's do... That's fine.
The world hangs in the balance.
We'll get 2 Tavern spells. Hopefully Ignition Specialist gets the Divine Shield. And we'll do the pass from the Alliance Keychain. We're going to need to get more poets, though. At least one more poet. And honestly, Caligos is not going to be super needed here.
Sorry about the
If we can minimize how many bad options there are for the Alliance Keychain. But that Amber Guardian's pretty good. 48-25 already. Honestly, 2 Terragosa would be... I feel like 2 Terragosa with the Alliance Keychain early on would have been actually the best option. We're getting kind of late into the turns to do that. And there's our 2 poets. Probably half the reason we can't get them. Oh, not only 2 poets, but a gold and a regular poet. So he has pulled 4 poets so far. Yeah, that's does not speak well for us. That, however, very much does. Still haven't been able to test our double end of round effects. It's kind of really lame, actually. That was this kind of a Terragosa I wouldn't have minded taking, but I didn't. Yeah, okay. Let's grab the Terragosa and get rid of the Caligos. I'm gonna try something a little on the ridiculous side here.
My dragon wrath is yours.
Amber Guardian's gonna put the bubble on Terragosa. Hopefully this dies first. I gotta get taunt on it. If this Terragosa dies first, that would suck, because we'll only get 5 stats.
You can win this thing.
We'll have to see. Well, we're at 1 HP.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you strong.
Tide Oracle Morgul. Gold copy of that. Would have been nice. I know you guys are watching this in anticipation for me to like do something crazy. A gold Terragosa to give double the buff from this every time is kind of what I'm hoping for. Obviously, it's probably not going to happen now.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
We didn't even get a taunt. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, chances are we're going to be get our natural blessing at the start of the turn, get another one. Also affects minions in the hand. That's actually pretty cool. Didn't even know that was a thing. That's kind of like a random tavern spell thing, right? I've never seen that, I don't think, anyway. Maybe we have, like, once. And just been like, that's not what we need right now, but... Three wishes left. He lost his last 2 matches, so kind of gives me a little bit of hope. I don't want to get rid of that Terragosa yet.
You can turn this around.
Tons of Terragosas. Alright. That's a big Terragosa. we win the round. Just with the one, we do win the round. 1 HP left. I'll take it.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
All right. First time a friendly minion dies. Does Stitch Salvager count as a friendly minion dying? I assume it does. Drakari Enchanter, but I'd like to try the Saturday Cthunes, but at the same time, it's yeah, not necessarily what I want to do.
Better hire a recruit while you can. Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
We'll do that and put this here. It's gonna kill this Terragosa. Hopefully, Alliance Keychain will slap it on the other Terragosa. It'll give it a permanent whatever its stats are at after this. In a perfect world, we would have 2 gold Terragosas giving each other double the stats back and forth. The Stitch Salvager is not bad for it, though. But as soon as they pass the stats, you know, one time, it's a good catalyst to just go back and forth regardless. So I might get rid of the Stitch Salvager after, just to make sure it doesn't get hit with the Alliance Keychain, because that could just very well go right onto him. But if it does, he's still going to be a huge minion for a turn. Let's see. Let's see how it works. And we got the Terragosa buff. So we got 2 big old Terragosas with Divine Shield. We don't win this round. Hate to say it, but he's got 39 on Undead Army. Yeah, we're not even close to that. If we'd done this a few turns earlier, I think we would. It would have worked out pretty well. Not the worst. Didn't come in last. I think we're tied. We might just be tied for. Well, he's on a 5-round win streak. Yeah, we're coming in 6th. No, we do. Wow. All right. We tied for 5th. I'm good with that. Take a little bit of the rank below that we were on there. See, we're learning strats. That was, I don't know, that's probably like turn 11 or something. Something to that effect. We got Naga. We got Naga, and we got Mr. Bigglesworth. Man, we haven't seen Denathrius in a freaking hot minute. We're gonna go with Bigglesworth. I just like it. Demons, Elementals, Naga, Pirates, and Coolbore. It is kind of hard to push rank. Not push rank. Push up Tavern tier rank, I suppose. To push up Tavern tier quickly with the trinkets. I feel like you kind of don't want to go past 4 early unless you're on like a real good win streak, right? Picky Eater's got 2 good options there. Meow. Psychopath looking cat. We get a close up? Not really. A little bit, I guess. Yeah, cat looks like a little like Indiana Jones freaking crackhead. So we're gonna try and force the Naga on this match. Yeah, yep, I do actually have the tier 2 strat. We got the Thaumaturgist buff as the greater trinket. We had, man, I had a full field of Ominous Seer, Chain's Lasso. Yeah, let's go with that.
The future is now.
Let's get a... No, we get the better option. Perfect. Yeah, I got the Thaumaturgist with just a full field. I don't know, I had a ton of gold. I think I had like 20, 22 gold, something like that by the end of the match. And we had permanently buffed up a... let's see. What the heck's it called? The other tier 2 there. I have Naga open. Zesty Shaker. We had buffed up 5 Zesty Shakers, I think. They were up almost at 1,000. Like 1,000 from the Thaumaturgist on the field. It was pretty gnarly.
Minions really pulled their weight.
Ooh, that still get another minion. Stacks on stacks. 2-1, attack immediately. 1 elemental. I think we should be good for this round. It's probably only got 2 minions, maybe 3. He did 3 damage that last turn to elementals as well. So he's probably got a Molten Rock and something else. Molten Rock, 1 other minion, maybe 2. He might have 3 now, depends on what tavern spell he got. Molten Rock. Free dealing Gambler. And we tie the round.
Rough battle. Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
The only downside is tier 2 Naga really only works well now if you either do that strategy or are solely focused on buffing up to like 1 or 2 of the freaking lava lurkers. She's tier 3 as well. You know, let's go tier 3. I think if she's got tier 3 already, we should be fine. Tie, and a win against Ticketus. Yeah, I think we'll do alright. I said she went to tier 3 as well. We have 4 minions and we're tier 3. She probably got 2, 3. And she killed 1 to do it. And we tie the round again. Perfect. Alright, we got the Thaumaturgist and the Zesty Shaker. Plus a Tricky Trousers. Let's grab them both.
Just keep shaking. May the shores be with you.
2 out of 4 spells cast. Well, let's give... Nothing's permanent right now, anyway. We'll give the Zesty Shaker the taunt. So if we can get a Lava Lurker to start absorbing, wouldn't be a bad idea. I know there's also the Reborn Naga build. That's also a thing. Right? If we put the, get a bunch of Zesty Shakers with Reborn, or get permanent Reborn from the tier 5. Tier 5? Tier 4. It's a tier 4 now. Yeah, the Weary Mage, because you get the 2-2 and Reborn. If you can get permanent Reborn, you can put that onto the Death Rattle one. And do that comp as well. Yikes. That is a big Molten Rock already. What do you have? Banana. Oh, he latched on another mech.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you strong.
Nothing is discounted. After you cast 7 spells, get a random tavern spell. We are going to cast a lot of spells. do that. Sounds just fancy enough.
Where you're going with this?
Freeze for that shell collector. 6 spells left. Let's do... That is 4 spells, right? No, we'll leave the minions on the field. Yeah, I'll do it right now. I don't want to fall too behind. Shell collector next turn. We can go up a tavern tier next turn. There are tier 5 for demons to buff tavern spells. So if we can get the end of round to buff our tavern spells, that is the strategy that I want to push for. Unfortunately, there's not really... Greater trinkets are only going to get us so close to that unless we specifically get either tier 6 minions quickly, but that requires 2 refreshes every turn after that, which is it's kind of so-so. Alright, 8 damage.
Oh, it's okay. We all hit some bumps now and then.
Let's do shell collector. Strike wall is perfect. Let's go up a tier. I'm gonna do the cry foul for mind muck. What she got? Cool Bore. Tier 4, Cool Bore. Picky Eater. Yeah, we don't have much of a field going yet, but at least we are up to tier 4. We're matched with everyone else but him, tier 5. He is ramped up very well. Both the 2 people at the top are tier 5. Full 10 damage, no Goldenizer yet. I would be pushing for double end of round effects with that Goldenizer. I feel like that's the only way that Goldenizer supply is actually useful, is if you can get an early game Drakari to have, 2 times the effect. So that's, I mean, 1 gold minion's not bad, but you more or less only going to get 1, maybe 2 in a game. You're almost never going to get 3. Alright, damage cap is 15. We do get our greater trinket next turn. I do think we also have to kind of go to tier 5 now. Yeah, let's go tier 5. I'm going to do overconfident. Do a refresh, see what we get. Another Zesty Shaker. Oh, what to do, A second Zesty Shaker would be good for just having another big minion. And right now it'd be at the cost of multiple minions though, so I don't think it's actually worth it. Yeah, we're just gonna make her a decent sized minion for now. Archaic Scroll. Nice thing is Archaic Scroll's technically only 6 spells because of the Tavern spell if we cast it. So as soon as you get it on, get that off the first time, you're kind of helping to roll it into some more. But we'll see what our Greater Trinket is. Hopefully it saves us.
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
Everyone just has like a massive big minion. Maybe we need like just one shots, like something to defend the first big hit, like a Leroy. Is everyone? Almost everyone we've worked with has had one big minion like we do, except it's just been bigger than ours. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. After you play a Naga, get a random spellcraft. That's nice. Your Tavern spells that give stats grant an extra 3/3. Doesn't matter with what's in the Tavern right now. That's not terrible. The Venomous is nice for that first one shot. What's this guy have? Cool Bore? I don't think it's gonna matter. Let's go with... Yeah, we'll go with the Curator sticker. I think it's our best bet to get something at least.
That'll do some damage.
Let's get rid of those 3. Grab the Strategist.
Now for our next move. Escape the darkness with me.
Yeah. Alright. Few extra stats. Grab another tactical elemental. Alright. Those 2 on the field. There we go. Wasn't terrible. We got something going at least. Did not matter whatsoever. He's got 2 tier 6s. Yeah. 2 tier 6s. Oh, sorry, that's tier 5. I thought it was tier 6. So 1 tier 6. And it happened to be another Naga. Rough. Had a rough couple games so far. That's alright. Knew this was going to be a tough one. Naga kinda suck. That's part of the reason why I wanted to try and find a strategy that does work for them. But they would absolutely never be my first choice if I wasn't just trying to do it for the sake of science. It's pretty obvious you can just go for most other things and it'd be better, right? No Naga in this game, so we are going to go for something better. We're going to go for Reno. Dragons, Mechs, Pirates, Coolbore, Undead. Kind of thinking, let's try for the Mechs. I was originally, like, I was this close to doing a forcing Mechs day. And then I was like, you know what? Naga suck. Let's play Naga.
7 fresh opponents. Are you ready? That one might make all the difference.
Dragons, mechs, pirates, cool boar, undead. What do you guys think so far? I know, this is an absolute train wreck so far, but it's a good time. Again, Naga would definitely not be my go-to,
Have a good
but
battle, friend.
I can't say that I'm too upset with the outcome. It just kind of proves the point. And our lesser trinkets pretty much both times had nothing. I don't even know if the lesser trinkets really have anything to do with Naga, or have anything. They don't seem to have much to do with the type of minion that we're using. Let me see. Let's see how many lesser trinkets aren't just like generic. Lesser trinket. Was it 30 points? No, that's not what I wanted. No, also not what I wanted. What is going on? Why can't I just find
Think you can
lesser
win this
trinkets?
thing. I've got
There
some
we go.
fresh recruits for you.
I don't know why that page didn't show up right away. Ba-bum. Oh. So, undeads, the Azeroth globe to get tier 6s, bobblehead for gold, battle cruiser, very specific for mechs, Finley's helmet, a false implicator one, whelp smuggler. Those ones are like kind of,
Pick yourself back up.
I don't know,
and turn
attainable.
around. Great! I can bring in more powerful minions now. It's good to get some minions in play.
The war drum for battle cry, war and treasure map, we see it all the time. Wax imprinter. At the start of each turn, gain 2 gold and take 2 damage if possible. Beetle band, blood gems, Filamental, Fish of N'Zoth, blood gems, goldenizer one.
Have a good battle, friend.
Get a 6/6 impulsive trickster. Your impulsive trickster's death rattles target adjacent minions. There are some kind of cool ones. Most of them are pretty generic, though.
You're good at this.
At least that's what it looks like. Is that most of the... Oh, did we win that round? We did! I was gonna say, I didn't get a pointy arrow. Well, that's cool. Pirates. Could go with a... let's go 2/4. 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3. Apparently we're the only one who wanted to go to tier 4. Two left for Bran. I don't know if that updates if reversing him though. I think we tested it out and it does eventually update. So I'm assuming he doesn't have Bran Bronzebeard on the field yet. But he does have Pirates. We'll see.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
He does not have the Bran on the field yet. But we are going to take 10 damage.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
What were we trying to... Yeah, we were trying to go for max, right? So... Yeah, let's go with the Magnetize. Discover one. Prosthetic hand. Slap that on him. Get the extra... Gives him the Reborn. Double Tavern spells.
I'll give you a good price.
Hush now, time for sleep.
Mechnome Interpreter as well. You know what? Let's... I don't know if it's worth it. If we make him gold, we get 4 pointy arrows a turn, though. That's a lot of Tavern spells, and we can start ramping it up now. I don't know if other people would do that, but I am going to give it a shot. Get 2 pointy arrows, Reborn. That's pretty good. We can pair that, and he's already got Taunt. We can pair that really well with the tier 5 mechs. So, see what we're able to do. We'll try and get Divine Shield on as many minions as possible now. That way we can just use Tavern spells to buff them up like crazy. There's no demons or... Oh, it is a dragon for the end of round, right? To buff the Tavern spells. We can still get that. Alright, pretty minimal loss. But we got the 4 pointy arrows.
The battle is really raging out there. I like where you're going with this.
Yeah, I mean, those 2 Arcanatrons. If I want, I'm gonna have to get rid of that Sindora I just bought to do it, though. We do have some undeads in the game, though. Max Pirates, Max. This kind of sucks because I don't necessarily want to refresh that either. Yeah, we're going to grab both the Arcanatrons.
Up a go.
That's a lot of stats from those. 3-2 every time we cast a Tavern spell. At least 4 Tavern spells a turn, basically, with the Metallic Hunter. Damage. We are in lethal range. Exactly. But we got a lot of Tavern spells to work with this turn.
Fruits for you.
we'll be fine. I'm gonna grab Planar Telescope.
Tactical choice.
Landlubber's not bad. I'm just gonna do a normal refresh. No pirate to steal. Still no pirate to steal. The Arcanatron triple for next turn. And a rickety repair bot. It should be... As long as we don't take damage cap, right? We're going against Max. They lost their last 2 rounds. I'm pretty hopeful for this. I'd like to at least see the greater trinket. And with any luck, we'll get one of the mechs for our tier 5. I'm gonna blame these amazing games on sleep deprivation.
Have a good battle.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Nice. We win the round. Maybe we can get double magnetize the demon mechs there. Nope, 2 random mechs, tier 7. You know what? Let's do the manipulator's portrait. I'm gonna grab the Arcanatron for the triple. Let's go to tier 5. Play that down. She goes tier 6. I mean, whenever a friendly minion is magnetized, give it +3/+3. Two copies of the Electron. Seems like a pretty big no-brainer to me. And we're just gonna give them some attack. Let's see how big our field ramps up to this round. It's kind of that was a gamble with the tier 5 for the Arcanatron triple, but if I had got nothing good, I'd have just doubled our gold Arcanatron instead. Yeah, our gold Arcanatron instead. And spammed all those tavern spells all the same. The anticipation's killing me. How big's our field gonna get? We got the rickety repair bot, and hopefully that buffs itself with something good here. Would this have been a better gold option? Absolutely. Has this done alright at keeping us alive? Also, yes. I would say it's done a pretty good job with the Arcanatrons. Pirates. Summon a copy of your leftmost minion ×2. Wow. Talk about a really lame strategy. So yeah, our minions are going to be pretty massive now. $26.18 from 6/6 in 1 turn. I'd say that's awesome. We need double end of round effects, so I'm just going to refresh for a Drakari.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Kind of a must-have with the Electron, right?
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Plus maybe actually get some use out of that Marauders contract. Undeads. There we go. One more refresh. I'm gonna grab something from this mix anyway, right? Nope, just kidding. None of those are great. Meh. Meh. Meh, meh, meh. Not even a pirate. We do have a Fellfire Conjurer, though. I am kind of good with grabbing that next turn. Buff up the pointy arrows a little bit, maybe. End of round, or end of turn, so we can double that up with the... What else we have? Dragons, mechs, pirates, cool, war, undead. Eh. Eh. Oh, it's real tempting. It's real tempting. I'm gonna say no, though. We'll stick with the magnetics.
You are not out of this yet.
Ooh, Catacomb Crasher. He's got one buff to his field. It's a decent sized buff. Kinda too late on it. I wonder if that's what he got with the portable factory. I'm gonna guess yes.
You're good at this.
Yeah, let's just keep looking. Double end of round effects. Let's get a Drakari. Yeah, you know what? Conjurers, actually. It's getting more and more tempting the more times I see it. So I'm just gonna grab it. Why not? Leave it on our field until things... Actually, we can Channel Devour and get rid of probably Cord Puller. Slap its stats on something else. I'm probably not gonna do duos on stream, at least for a while. I wouldn't mind doing them, but yeah, I'd have to. No offense, but I don't know anybody on here, so I would probably vet out whoever I would play with. Probably play some games off stream before I'd be up for doing them on stream, just to make sure. In the heat of the moment, I've got plenty of friends who kind of go off the handle. But, like I said, definitely not opposed. But, just be a little bit of a process. Oh, we got all this potential for growth, and we're not finding that Drakari yet. Grab the Channel Devourer, and I'm just going to save the Cord Puller on the field until there's a good time to use it. Basically, once we get Drakari. And then we'll go tier 6 and start looking for Dr. Boom. Honestly, it might be worthwhile to go... I feel like Rickety Repair Bot's pretty slim chance to get Dr. Boom right now. That's a massive Titanus Ribbon there. What's he got? Unholy Sanctum. That makes sense. Wow. That is really, really lame. We're still in it. Barely. But that is a really freaking lame comp.
I've got some fresh recruits.
So we lost the last round.
I like where you're
And I'm gonna do the Channel Devourer on that.
Quite the army you're building, friend.
We are going against a dead guy. Also using undeads. Let's go up a tier.
We're in business.
A melody of love.
Sure. And let's grab that annoy module, and we'll get Divine Shield on our other Electron here. 5 ones. At least that way Rickety Repair Bot can actually get a Dr. Boom, maybe. This guy was doing not terrible. Get a Mawcaster. Whenever you destroy a minion outside of combat, get a 3 gold coin pouch. That's kind of intense. I feel like that's got a lot of potential for growth, right? Mawcaster is a battle cry, destroy an undead, discover another one. So you technically gain gold every time. You get the 3 plus the free discover. This big pony. Kill the Titus. Or the pony. Get it before it can grow. Don't worry, we killed the Titus right after all of his death rattles went off. Only got 2 pointed arrows that time. We're in the top 4. We actually won one of our games. Let's get some mechs and see if we get a Dr. Boom. And another Rickety Repair Bot is probably the next best thing. Triple on the Electron. I'm gonna say full send. There's a Dr. Boom. Let's get that on our repair bot because he does have all the stats. Why not? If either of them get another Dr. Boom, they're going to grow pretty exponentially. Avenge 3, get a random magnetic minion. He's also tier 6 using mechs. 8 health. We're at 2.
Have you ever met
Yeah,
a
they did.
League of Explorers?
Yeah, polarizing beatboxers. Actually, that's been out for... Oh, this season it's not in. And it was taken out halfway through last season, right? I think it was about halfway through last season it was taken out. It was taken out and they put in... What did they put back in? I'm trying to think. That was when they made the whole mech switch and they put the end of round mech back in. They made him a tier 6, the one that at the end of the round it gave all your minions stats. They got rid of the polarizing beatboxer, I believe, when they put that one back in. Yikes. Yeah, we probably are not going to win this one. We can kill that. Alright. That's probably our best chance at surviving. We have him take out that Divine Shield. Nope. That's it. That's it. We lose this round. Okay. Too much Divine Shield. But we gotta win. So I'm good with that. Alright, we're gonna probably get wrecked in this next game if there's Naga, because we're forcing Naga, which is why we dropped so much rank so far. Because Naga aren't good. Sorry to anybody who really likes Naga, but the truth hurts. They kind of suck as a whole. I would say tier 2 Naga is probably your best chance at winning with Naga, but I really want to try the spell. Tavern spell Naga. You have to get like a perfect game to make it work though, right? No Nagas. Alright, we're going for whatever we feel like again. What do you guys think? Let's go Zarek unless we get... Yeah, Panda Boy. I'm gonna go with Zarek anyway. Elementals, Murlocs, Pirates, Quillbore, Undead. You know what? I think... Murlocs are pretty good. Maybe we go Murlocs. Oh, man. Leave it to Madara to get Sire Denathrius.
Opponents. Are you ready?
Let's go with something random. What do we get? Alright, Geomancer it is. Bubble Gunner. Tie the first round. Come on, put us against the dead guy. No.
I've got some fresh recruits.
I almost kind of want to do Bubble Gunners here. Why did it have to be stealth? Why? I don't know why I was thinking I'd grab the other one. Like I said, Murlocs. Grab that other Bubble Gunner next turn, maybe. See what we get for a Tavern spell. You know, we could get 2 Bubble Gunners next turn. Get a triple. Denathrius went with nothing. That was an easy round win.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Enchanted Lasso. Those are the worst 2 you could possibly get with the Bubble Gunner. Taunt and Stealth. Oh boy. Sure. Undead sprouted out. Yeah, we probably don't win this round. Salty Oreo. Intriguing. I would probably go Undead with Greybow as well. It's pretty much the only character I wouldn't mind going Undeads with. Yeah, double Bonehead. Checks out. They are only 2/3s, so... One shot, one... Yeah, we win this round. Barely. But a win's a win. We'll maintain our place at the top for now.
You're good at this.
Let's do the recruited trainee, see what we get.
But it'll fight hard.
Laureate is, I would say, better than the Geomancer, so we'll sell that and grab a second Flighty Scout. Yeah, I would, any Naga game I would play on tier 2. That would be my suggestion, is you try for the good trinkets for Naga. And you can still buff up the Lava Lurker. Like, the tier 2 will work no matter what because you can use the Lava Lurker. It's just better if you get the Thermaturgist Trinket, because the amount of stats you can gain is just obscene. Plus, staying at tier 2 means that for Tavern spells, you can keep getting the Strike Oil. And that's got a ton of value to it also. Ares Dane.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Let's go tier 3 and get the investment for next turn, which is good for that trinket. What do we got? What do we got? I got a message. Alright, give me one quick second, guys. Tuesday is my Chinese food night. And I've got to call it in so that she can pick it up on the fly. Alright, 1 second.
I once served a drink to a Death Knight. It froze over right in his hands. Everyone's gunning for you. Watch out. Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you stronger.
Alright, food is ordered. Random Murloc, trip voucher. That's terrible. We're not hitting 15 gold anytime soon. I'm going to go with the trip voucher. Let's get 2 greater trinkets and see what we can get. We got the bubble gunner. Let's do that. Tier 4. Sell the laureate. It's probably going to be a loss on the next round, but 10 damage is capped, so we'll be alright. We got the venomous. What else did we get? Taunt, stealth. Taunt, stealth, venomous. Did we get anything else? Am I missing something? Doesn't look like we have Wind Fury, does it? Oh, okay. Yeah, taunt, stealth, venomous. Did we just get gypped out of a... We just got gypped out of an ability, did we not? Shouldn't we have? We already had taunt. We already had stealth. We should have gained 2 more. Apprentice of Sephin, at least. I'm gonna clone that. It's better that we have 2 of those giving themselves the buffs. I'm still kind of caught up on the fact that that is, it looks like missing an ability. Yeah, that had nothing else. It has... You guys all bear witness to that. Getting gypped. That's why we're losing this round. Our minion should have had Reborn or Divine Shield or something. Unbelievable. Tier 2 spells are good for demons? Really? Trying to think of what I would use for a comp if I was using tier 2 demons. I'll let her know the food's ordered. Alright. Lost the last round, which works for me. Tortolin. Let's do base skill. We could do the Mystic and get extra battle cries with the other Murlocs, right? Could also use Blazing Skyfin for that. Alright, I'm just gonna do that, and we're just gonna store that gold.
You're doing great out there.
That makes sense. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. Yeah, just like keep refreshing the same minions. Or the same tavern spells, rather. Look at all them flighty scouts. You know, at least Apprentice of Sephin is buffing itself properly. I can't really get over the fact that's supposed to gain 2 keywords, and it apparently gained a repeat. Next Murloc we buy is Golden. Brand Bronzebeard, double battle cries, and he's a Murloc. Absolutely. Oh, and a random battlecry minion. What's up with the extra battlecry minion? Seems unnecessary. Hey, we could have had 4 abilities if we used Bran, apparently, because, you know, he only gains 1. Let's go up a tier and see what we can get. Another Bubble Gunner. I will actually grab that Bubble Gunner. Wow! He got the other 2. Let's merge those. See what we get. Get our little ninja fish. With the Greater Trinket, we could get the double battle cries now. Or double end of round. Gives the battle cry as an end of round. Or end of round trigger the battle cry for the yeah, AoE guy there. Let's see. We'll see what we get. No point in trying to figure out some strategy that's not actually going to be given to us.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Venomous. Jeez. Tier. Oh. Wow. 2 tier 6s already. Good on him. Alright, and you know what? 8 damage. I'll take that. Damage cap's 15. 8 is the least bad that we could get. Can we verse? We've had no dead guy fights, huh? 2 tavern spells at the start of each turn. Operating Belcher and the Venomous gain. Whenever a friendly minion loses Venomous, it gains the 14/14. These are going to have Venomous. That has Venomous. It's a lot of Venomous. If we can get another copy of the Operating Belcher for our hand, it'd be awesome. We're not going to get much of much for our hand. Let's go with the Performer. Get double tavern spells. More gold. I'm good with that. Tier 5s. There's the other Operating Belcher. Ask and you shall receive. Summon the highest health Murloc from your hand. That kind of sucks. I don't really want one of these then. And we'll get one on the field. That's pretty much going to buff up every Murloc we have now. Undeads. Luckily, these are going to get real big. I wonder if this buffs itself from the hand once base skill goes off. I'm not actually positive. I imagine it does. Which is nice. We can buff our hand too. So we're going to try for at least 2 more Operatic Belchers to keep one in the hand and get a gold copy on the field to double Venomous. Base skill, I'm probably going to get rid of this Bubble Gunner though. Yeah, though. Let's, be nice if they killed this one off right now. Apparently he's gonna get double Venomous buffs. Oh, never mind. He buffed himself enough to... Alright, a little too late on getting the Venomous there, but... We managed to kill undeads even with the poison Murlocs. Honestly, that 14-14 is kind of massive. And he does in fact buff himself in the hand. I don't really think I care about going up a tier at this point. Seafood stew is nice. Two for each bonus keyword in your... It's only a one-off though. I mean, we do get a lot of copies of it. I think we're better off looking for the other Murlocs. Let's grab Bubble Gunner. One more Bubble Gunner and we'll get another brand. Alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, guys. Bear with me. Watch the pretty Venomous happen. And that is the highest Murloc, so it's good.
Sorry about the peanut shells on the floor. These minions are slobs. Keep up the momentum, friend.
Nice! Venomous doing Venomous things. That is absolutely what we like to see. Unfortunately, that went in the wrong order there. But not bad. 6 damage. It's fine.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Let's get another brand for the triple battle cries.
Better hire a recruit while
Another base skill. I'm gonna say we don't need the armor stash. I was thinking about if we armor stash and take 15, then we could armor stash again next turn. I don't really want to take 15 at all anyway. Let's do the triple there.
exactly what you were looking for.
Alright, let's get Young Murkai is pretty good option. Can actually get the Divine Shield on that Bubble Gunner. And we can get the High Tea Service to try and get Primal Fin Lookout. Yeah, let's get one turn at least for the Bubble Gunner to gain both the abilities. And then these two are gaining their last two. This one's going to gain Taunt, and that's going to gain... Alright, this is going to gain Reborn, this one's going to gain Taunt. So those will have all their effects. Yeah. Primal Fin. Honestly, I might grab the Rodeo Performer. I'm going to sell Young Murkai. Next turn, this will have both the stats, the Divine Shield and Reborn. Even if we do lose the round, we'll be fine. It's going to give us 2 Murloc options. We can do Primal Fin, Rodeo, 1 refresh, see if we get the triple on the Bran. If we do, then we can drop that for 3 Murlocs of our choice, and then that for 3 Tavern spells of our choice. If not, we'll do the Rodeo Performer first. Maybe try for another Murloc. I don't know, we're going to play this one by ear. I don't necessarily want random Murlocs, because I don't want to accidentally triple the Sephin. Those are better separate. We just really want more of the Battle Cry to buff these for all the different types we have. Bran Bronzebeard is also a Murloc, so we might be able to get that with the Primal Fin. I'm not positive on that, but I'm gonna say most likely. Now all these have all 3, or all 6 effects rather. Man, we were so close. Alright. So we're going to lose that round. Again, 8 damage. 14. So we are in lethal range. Taking super minimal damage, though. Let's grab both those. Let's see what we get. We got 1 more refresh. Ooh, another Operatic Belcher. Definitely need that pretty much no matter what, right? Chef's Choice. It is a random. Golden Touch for that Operatic Belcher, maybe? Anything other than Sephin? Gross. Just gonna get rid of that. A Hackerfin and an Operatic Belcher. Give your other Murlocs 7/7 for each different bonus keyword in your warband. That's gonna... Alright. It's gonna give us 2, at least. Yeah, Arid Atrocity. Alright. 2 minions worth. We're gonna grab that. And...
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
buff away. It's a nice bit of stats. Not as much as I was kind of thinking. I'm going to get that out of the hand. It's a Murloc. So it can still get the Venomous, but I want the base skill to be able to pull that Operatic Belcher and let it buff itself up. If I need to, I'll get rid of one of the Bran. Hopefully we can triple it while it's on the field. Full field, a little under 100 stats. Elementals. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Venomous, right? Oh, wait. Yeah. 8. 8 when this dies. So we have up to 8 Venomous. We have 3 Divine Shields to break their Divine Shields. put that third. 4 divine shields. That's 1 dead. And honestly, our minion's just big enough to survive, so that sucks. 2 dead. That one's gone though. That hits here. Ah, never mind. That's just big enough to kill it. We're good. I forgot our minion are going to grow by the 14-14 anyway.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Another operating belcher and another base skill. Don't really need the brands then.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Right? Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of a brand. Leave one of the 2 on the field. But if we can get 1 more base skill, that would work. But honestly, the 2 separate are also not bad. Yeah, something like that. So 1, that's 3 venomous, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 one-shots. 10 one-shots, and the only thing that could stop this is 4 divine shields. Well, 4 divine shields worth. Which, no, even then. We have to break the divine shields and still survive, so. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 attacks worth too. 13, 14, 15. 15 attacks worth because those all have reborn. I don't know. We should be good. Should. Either way, I'm just learning how to count, so if I'm wrong, you know, don't sue me. Pirates. Undeads. This is the scariest one for us, is the undeads. And there's 2 sets of them too. Nice thing is, Quillbore and Elementals, and probably even Pirates, those can all take out the undeads pretty easily. So if the undeads die and we just have to take out whoever's left, will be good. And that was a barely win against us. And that was a barely win against us.
You're doing great out there.
Yeah, it's an easy win. That's so much venomous. KT's kitty. He's out.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Bran Bronzebeard is kind of gonna be not necessary, right? We'll grab it, that way we can't lose this turn. I don't necessarily think we're going to, but you never know. Base skill. does free up a slot. If we sell off Bran, we can grab the base skill. It leaves us with 5. We'll get a tier 6 out of it, though. I'm going to say, why not? We're just going to go for it. Might not be the smartest idea, but we can't lose this round anyway. And I think other people will. Arid Atrocity isn't all, so we'll take that as our Venomous target. So when this dies, Base Skill and Arid Atrocity will both gain Venomous. When Base Skill dies, we summon both Operatic Belchers now. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Pirates are very hard at getting Divine Shield, though, unless they're the little gold pirates, so. He's also got Curator. The Curator minions. So we can have a couple Divine Shields. I think only... Are they both considered amalgams for the Mishmash and the 2/2 amalgam with Venomous? Is the Mishmash an all, or is it just that you can buff the amalgam as all and it also buffs the Mishmash? Mishmash? Mishmash, Mishmash.
You got this. You're way ahead.
Oh, this should be a cakewalk, right? I'm gonna say absolutely on this being a cakewalk. Dead, 2 extra Venomous. Oh yeah. I didn't even look. Did he even have it on the field anymore? I didn't even look to see if he had it on the field. Nah, we're doing alright. We're in first place right now.
Keep up the pressure.
We're going against Quilboar. All undeads have been eliminated. So our big enemies are all big. Like, they're all susceptible, theoretically, to our Venomous. So we can get one more Venomous minion on the field of some kind. I think we'd be freaking killing it. I don't even care which Venomous. That works. Preferably one with Divine Shield, but you know what? Deadly Spore works. For the elementals, an AoE Divine Shield Break would probably be the best option. So if I can slap one of those in before the Operatic Belcher, this Deadly Spore will gain some stats this round. So it'll just kind of be up to, I don't know, whatever works. Whatever works. We're just going to roll with it. No more Operatic Belchers. We'll be good with what we have. What do you guys think would be better? Belcher's Portrait to get the Operatic Belcher. Or, if instead of buffing up our Venomous, we got the Portable Cube and we were getting an Operatic Belcher every turn. I wonder... This is valuable because we have nothing else buffing our Murlocs but the 14/14. Also, kind of big minions isn't really the point of Venomous anyway, so... At this point, we'd have you know, 10 extra operating belchers, we'd have 2 gold copies because we got at least 1 randomly. So we'd have 2 golds and 1 regular. The portrait is pretty good. I think you can get the portrait as a lesser trinket too. It's just a weaker version if you still can. I know you could for the longest time, at least with like Mayor and the Manager and stuff. You can get it as a lesser unless they change that this season. All right. Well, that kind of sucks. Dead. Dead. Alright. That works. That is really lame. At least we killed that. Venomous. Venomous. Dead. And we won the round. He is absolutely out. We took out the Quillbore with the Venomous. If Pirates dies, I think all we need is an AoE Divine Shield Break, and we win this for sure. Like, guaranteed we'll win at that point. Did they tie? They tied. What? Why? Why, oh why was that a tie? Still want the Divine Shield Break.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Adaptive Ancestor. It's definitely a better pick than the Deadly Spore. We can get Divine Shield on it as well. I just realized that the Murloc only gives 7/7. It's 1/1 for each effect to all of our minions. I forgot. It kind of sucks unless you unless you actually have the greater trinket for it.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Upper hand. Kind of not super necessary with our field. I'm gonna put Bubble Gunner. Maybe not. So if he has the AoE Elemental, it's worse for us to have him in the middle. But if he doesn't, it's better that we have it this way. The AoE Elemental would hit. It's almost guaranteed to be strong enough, but it will only take out the Divine Shield here. On the contrary, if he has one big taunt minion with Divine Shield, this is just going to die and not kill anything. It will give us the Venomous over here, but it is a lost attack. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't think he had it, but he does have it. It's just... Alright, well that works out at least. Perfect. And they're both dead. Yes! He is out! Woo! Barely. Now we get to go against the Pirates. Last round, us versus Pirates. Unless he died to the dead guy, which he did not. He has armor.
Minions really pulled
I actually wouldn't mind the Reckless Cliff Diver.
Like where you're going with this.
Another Adaptive Ancestor. Doesn't really matter right now, but I'm thinking let's get rid of the Arid Atrocity. So we can throw that Cliff Diver down. It's kind of the same thing, but not really. If this Cliff Diver gets hit with the Venomous and comes back, he can still gain Venomous again. So, the, obviously it's weaker, but the other one can't gain Venomous again. I know, right? Do 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 do. This is the only, it's one of the only viable strategies for Murlocs right now. It's just a stupid amount of Venomous. And you hope that, you know, the people with Undead get taken out by Quillborn Elementals by everybody else. If those Undead guys had made it to late game, this would not have worked. Chances are they would have had enough attack to take these guys out, but enough summons to... It would have been kind of like a 50-50 toss-up, right? This is working out pretty fine, though. I dread the next game where we end up with Naga, maybe. It's kind of ironic, though. We're on, what, game 5? And we've seen Naga twice. Every time I call something to try and force, we barely see them. If we just force Naga every time, then we will never have to worry about having Naga. We beat Madara. We're like freaking Naruto. We beat Madara.
Let's see.
Mudara. Oh no! We dropped our health to 1. What a jerk. Alright, hit over here. Nope. Of course he hits that one. They should hit over here. No. They're just gonna keep hitting those ones. That is gonna be a loss of this round. Alright, we gotta adjust this order of hair. It's kind of lame because they've attacked in order every time, which normally I'd be all for, but in this case, I'd really like for them to hit that Cliff Diver so I can come back first. Let's see if we can get the triple on our adaptive. If we get the adaptive triple, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, or if we're just luckier, we'll also be fine. If we win the round, we win no matter what. Like, if we just survive, because we only need to do 6 damage. You know what? Upper hand, that's going to bring something to lethal range anyway. Even if it's just by basic attack. Again, the taunt is going to cause, the Wind Fury is going to cause this to die. The stealth, or the taunts are all stealth, so, like, if this gets hit, whatever attacks it dies, this one goes. You know what? We already know he doesn't have AoE Pirate, so we're going to let that go first. If it dies, it comes back to life. This Operating Belcher is still going to be the first target of attack, and then it'll give it back to the Bubble Gunner before it attacks. Ha! Okay. That was really lame. But worked out fine. That is 4 venomous, and he is absolutely out. That's a win. I don't know why he tried to counter the reborn. Or maybe it was just the taunt that he was trying to counter, but the taunt didn't make a whole lot of difference anyway. He was going to one-shot whatever he attacked. 99 points up. We managed to win with the Venomous Murlocs. I'm going to have one more game. Let's see if we have Naga. I have no idea. We're going to force it if we do. I might do tier 2 Naga just so we can actually try for a win with them. All those other rounds were, I don't know, a blender of not so great. We also have, I'm going to do a, there's going to be one video that's going to be dropping within like a half hour after the stream. So keep your all of you keep your eyes peeled for that. If you want to see a really good tier 2 Naga game, I do have one uploaded on the channel already from a little while ago. No Nagas. So that answers that. Demons, dragons, beasts, elementals, mechs. Maybe we do Millhouse. That'd be fun. Zephyrus the Great. I'm gonna do a Millhouse game. Let's see what we can do. We did get our first, my first ever Millhouse game was like last week. I'm not good at him. There's a couple things I will accept that I am not great at. Millhouse Manastorm is absolutely one of those things. Let's buff elementals. Our best options would be beasts or dragons. Mechs is a lot of, well, mechs is end of round effects. I guess pretty much everything other than elementals. Elementals kind of require searching, and we do not have search power.
Back, friend.
What was the spell?
Any defeat?
I don't even know what the spell was. We probably could have purchased it now that I'm thinking about the fact that we get our minions for... Am I dumb? Hold on. I gotta know. I wanna know. What happened? We could have bought the tavern spell. It was a buff to the field. What are we doing with our lives? And by we, I mean me. Goodness. I already screwed up the Millhouse game. I could have had
Don't tell the others.
1-2 higher on both those minions. Just gonna like cough under my breath like, loser. That's me. Ha. Got me. Alright.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Well, we're gonna go with the double buzzing vermin. We're gonna triple it. Tier 2 minion. And we'll grab the landlubber for now. And let's give a little kitty some power. Dragons. I'm gonna take out whatever dragon that is right away. The cat. If we can buff up our attack on our beasts next turn. Yeah, we'll see what we get.
I'm rather fond of my warband.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're good. You're rather fond of ham. Ah, he went ham.
Nice work out there. The pressure.
uh. Go up a tier, grab 1 coin, and grab the Dune Dweller.
The strongest, but it'll fight hard. Have a good battle, friend.
Alright, Dead. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate having you in. So this is going to be our last game of the night anyway. So hopefully it goes well. If not, is what it is. Can't win them all. Hey, if we won all of our games, I mean, yeah, it'd be cool. We'd have some decent content, but
Your minions
be stressful.
really pulled their weight.
Let's see. Forest Rover. Let's do Forest Rover. I'm actually going to sell off the... Yeah, we'll sell off both those. And go up a tier.
I can bring in more powerful minions now.
We got the death rattles, so it's pretty solid. This elemental is kind of cool though, because that's going to be a one, you know, we'll sell off this elemental, get another minion, sell it off. So it's not bad for rotating to buff elementals, depending on what you get for trinkets. Again, beasts, demons, dragons, elementals, and mechs. Dragons would probably be, I think, probably the strongest option if we can get the right ones out fast enough, but we kind of have beast comp going at this moment. We tie the round up.
Welcome back. How's it going out
3 tier 4 minions. Double death rattles. Well, first one of the round. Oh no, it is all double death rattles. Yeah, let's get the 3 tier 4 minions. Extra dragons. I mean, it heard what we wanted. Bunch of dragons. Let's get rid of the elementals. I'm gonna go up a tier so we can get tier 4 dragon potentially. Guardian's not bad. And we'll just throw the Tortolin out for good measure. Do Amber Guardian first. It's not a terrible looking field right now. We try for dragons a fair amount. 3, 3, we're 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. So half of us are 4, half of us are 3. He pushed 4, obviously for his ability. The binoculars will probably help him win the next round. Goblin wallet, not terrible. Souvenir stand. So hopefully Pyramid gets taken out quickly. He can die from where he's at right now if he takes 2 full 10 damage and a 15. Or even, you know,
great out there.
the third 2, but he can take that in 3 rounds. Oh yeah. We're good. I'm good for this round. The only thing that survived is the Tortolin.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Let's do tier 5. I'm almost kind of hoping for like a small loss here. I mean, we could take 10 and be fine. If we take a loss in this round, we can sell the Tortolan, give us the extra gold by a fair amount. We're tier 5, so Tavern could refresh, and I'm hoping for... I mean, we got demons and dragons, so if we get the tier 5 to start buffing our Tavern spells, we can get tier 6 pretty quickly. We're 2 turns away. We cannot die before we get our greater trinket. And if we got the candle to get the tier 6s, the guiding candle, I think that would be the best trinket for us. If we can get 1 or 2 copies of the Hellfire, whatever you call it. The Hellfire? What does that think of? The Tavern spell buffing dragon. It is the Hellfire Conjurer. That one. Honestly, minimum damage, 5 damage. We're not even dropped under the 31 armor. We took a very minor loss for the 5 extra gold that turn,
Got some fresh recruits for you.
which is amazing. I'm going to sell that off. Let's go to tier 6, and let's see what we can get on a refresh. Trigger battle cries. Not terrible. Definitely not what we're looking for, though. I'm going to sell that off for a second Amber Guardian just for the buffs this turn. 3/3, double 2/2 with Divine Shields. Gives us a little bit of defense. Plus, we get the extra beetle now. Go with Guzzle the Goop. We're just going to let this reset the good old-fashioned way and see what our greater trinket is. Like I said, this could be a real game changer if we get the guiding candle and the right dragons. We don't have a poet yet, which is probably one of the biggest downsides to our field. There's no poet for the permanent. Beasts, demons, dragons, elementals, and mechs. We can go with whatever we want. I mean, we're tier 6. So, I mean, if all the right mechs pop up, we could do that. It's kind of an open-ended game right now. We're just, I mean, our field's not bad. It's just kind of hanging out. It's not going to get stronger with what we have on the field right now, though. Honestly, not bad damage taken again. Damage cap's 15. Let's go against the dead guy. Give us the dead guy. It'd be nice. We got the dead guy. Look at that. Get a persistent poet and a prized promo drake and a bronze steward. What is the bronze steward? Prized promo drake. I don't know what the bronze steward is. Not off the top of my head anyway. It makes me want to go for that. Bronze steward, what is that? Oh, that's that new dragon. New Death Rattle Battlecry one. And we could also go with 2 tier 6s, sets their stats to 20. Don't really want that. Let's go with the poet. 3 dragons, it costs 4. Battlecry and Death Rattle. We could trigger our left 2. grab both of those, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab both those. Let's get rid of these beasts. Get rid of the Whimsy Drake too. Triple on that. That works.
A good tactical choice.
Extra tavern spells. Also got the party guest. Let's go with the tavern spells.
Walk like it's hard.
You just don't understand me.
Yeah, we'll do that for now.
This around.
Oh, he just like totally gave up, huh? Works for me. Neither of those got the buff, so that kind of sucks a little bit. No permanent.
Your
No
minions
permanent
really
divine
pulled
shield.
their weight.
Trigger the battle cry of an adjacent minion. A triple would be perfect, but I don't think that's gonna happen now. That was also a bad minion to have next to the persistent poet. That was my own fault.
You're down a minion.
See what
and
our
up a
tier
goal.
1 minion here is. Let's get something other than that. Triple on the prize promo Drake. That's perfect. Tier 6. Another ignition specialist. Okay.
Walk like it's hard.
Once we get Divine Shield on at least one of those two, hopefully. Maybe just put that right in between those. Yeah, let's put that between there. And that way, if either of them gets it. I don't know, prize promo Drake would be nice to... I don't know. Kind of rolling the dice. These could both get Divine Shield. That would be kind of crappy.
You're doing great out there.
What do we got? Alright. One of the ignition specialists at least has it permanently, so we can triple that, and that'll be good. Yeah, we won the round. And he's out. I actually didn't think we'd win that round, so goes to show what I know, huh? Top 6.
You're good at this.
Double battle cries. Let's do... What do we got? Full tavern to tier 5s. Nothing that I really want. Let's get a battle cry minion. Sweet. Triple on that. Maybe we can get an ignition specialist triple as well. No, but we... I don't know, whatever that is. For whatever that's worth. another Hawkstrider Herald. I'm gonna go with the botanist. We can get him on the field, give 1 health, sell that off. I'll sell that as well. And do something to that effect. Oh, thank you.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
You give us Divine Shield on both of these, and I would be quite content. This is going to trigger right away. Yes! Alright, we got permanent Divine Shield on almost our entire field. That goes off, gives those buffs again. You got the Guiding Candle. 15.
Oh, it's okay. We all hit some bumps now and then.
Put those rights over there. I don't know what he's gonna give us. Just not so useful. It's alright.
Better hire a recruit while you can. Better hire a recruit while you can.
Not a lot of luck on the hey, Fireforged Evoker. That is kind of one of the last pieces to the puzzle. I could have just tried to make him gold, but it's alright. Let's do buff to everything. And I'm just gonna keep the taunt over there. This is gonna gain the Divine Shield. I'm gonna save it. Could be a buff, but we'll save it. I think we're gonna win this round. Elementals, your elementals that gives to... Wow. That's actually ridiculous. Yeah, I don't actually think we're gonna win necessarily now. He has a double fountain pen 4/2 for elementals that give stats, grant extra. It's an extra 8/4 every time. Upside is if we lose to him, there's a good chance these two are either going against each other, or they're both going against these two. So, and we lost against the person in first last round. We'll see. See what happens.
You're doing great out there.
Another golden touch. That works. He's out. No, not out. Get 2 health. He's looking pretty grim. He's got one more turn to turn this around for himself. Persistent Poet. No. Alright, Electron powered up. We'll just buy it. And the Famished.
That's quite the army you're building, friend.
Alright, that's alright. Yeah, Boona Beetles.
I like where you're going with this.
One more refresh. Let's sell that off just because we're gonna gain the 2 tier 6s. I almost kind of want the Hawkstrider again. Let's go with the Hawkstrider. It's gonna give us the extra stats there. We got one more shot. Doesn't really matter what we pick. Right. Overconfident. One more refresh is pretty much all we can afford. out mechs. $22-11 start of combat on everything. It's not great. We just have lots of bubbles.
You're doing great out there.
We might do pretty well here. That's dead. Could hit something decent instead of those, but win. It's a win. He's out. A barely win, but a win nonetheless. That puts us in the top 4 at least. Probably the top 2. Top 2.
You're good at this.
Does that mean one of them lost against a dead guy? Yeah, he lost against a dead guy. Mechs. Oh. Should be interesting. I think the Leroy's probably... Yeah, let's grab the Leroy. It's a free one-shot, at least. Double end of round effects. A lot of tavern spells. If we don't kill her, or yeah, if we don't totally take her out when this starts. Another Drakari. Also another shiny ring. Or a shiny ring. Let's grab the shiny ring. Sell that. Ooh, another Fireforged Evoker. Alright. That is what we're gonna do. Another Evoker. Do I get rid of the Bronze Steward? Do I keep the Bronze Steward? Something like that.
You're doing great out there.
It's a lot of tavern spells. We either just threw. I mean, either way, we're doing super good. But looks like that is probably the game. Yeah, he had a lot of health. Those mechs were massive. It was pretty good. There was no way we were going to win that one either way. He was quite far from dying. The extra 20 wouldn't have made a difference. That's pretty, though. Would have been pretty sweet. Second place, still pretty damn good. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed the matches tonight. That is going to be the last one. There'll be a full-length match coming out here pretty soon. One of the highlight matches. That'll be within like the next half hour or so. Everyone who joined in, thanks. Love having you guys in here. Everybody who was talking in chat makes it more fun for me. So if you guys want to hop into chat next time, by all means, give me some ideas, things you want to see. That way we can try some cool things out. With that, I will be back hopefully earlier tomorrow than I was today. And we'll see everybody in the next one. Peace.